in 2009 was when we both mutually kind of decided to do the record together. I didn't ask him because it's a bit egotistical in it to ask Rick Rubin, hey, do you want to do my record, Rick?
Well, not when you're Adele.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
2
shut up.
Grammys and
No ways. Anyway, it just sort of happened, and
he asked you.
yeah.
He said to you, if I've got the story right,
Yeah,
he said to you,
let's do the record.
let's do a record
Yeah.
together.
And he came to my Hollywood Bowl show, and I remember he said he wanted to portray my live show on record, you know, because he thinks they're very different and stuff like that. He was pretty amazing though, like just like how authentic it is, and like it's all about the song. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes that's quite easy to forget. Sometimes with the kind of the ever-changing styles that are popular, and you know, in terms of the charts and all that, which is very much a part of my life. That's the kind of music I like. But to like be reminded that it's all about the song and all about the music and how a song moves you, it was very important.
How hands-on was he?
Well, this is the thing. I started like hacking myself, thinking, "Oh my God, I'm working with a producer who's never going to come," and stuff like that. From what people said and stuff like
What do
that.
you mean never going to come? He
People like he never comes to the studio. He comes in, says yes or no, and then leaves. I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God!" But he was. I'd arrive and he'd be there, and I'd leave and he'd be there. He was very involved, you know, very.
And what did he tell? What's something he told you that will stick with you? Do you remember something that you learned? You're talking about learning things from
I think
Rick
it was
Rubin?
all about the song. You know, it's like you have to decide on a song about how it makes you feel. You know, how it moves you.
What about this move into? I mentioned off the top that there's more eclectic sounds, and including sort of a country sound at times on this record, more boldly pop at times. There's a blues sound. What was it? Tell me about exploring the countryside, for example.
That was when I was on tour here. Some of my crew, my driver and my tour manager, and some of the bands and stuff like that. And then fans started doing it. Started making me compilations and mixtapes or suggesting artists and stuff like that, just because I knew nothing about it, you know, because it's not the only country I know is like a crossover tune like Shania Twain or Leanne Rimes or Dolly's 9 to 5 or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not part of my culture, or mine and my family's culture anyway, in the UK. And so I was fascinated by it and I loved it, and it just sort of I felt really moved by it, you know, and that was that thing that Rick told me, and it was how instant it was. And there's so many songs these days that I do like, that after 9.5 minutes, I'm like, what the hell is this song about? Do you know what I mean? And with country, it's just so instant. Immediately, first chord or a note or something, and you just know it, you know. And I love the storytelling, and I can be in any situation, put my headphones on, and be taken off into a fantasy world, which is what I like about music.
By who? Like, what's a country artist that you really like now?
I love Alison Krauss.
Oh, yeah.
I think she's amazing. And I discovered her just before everyone started doing the compilations, when the Raising Sand record came out with Robert
That's
Plant
right.
and T-Bone Burnett. And
Actually, when I was speaking to you...
Was I going on about it?
You were in in November. You were... Where were you? Were backstage?
I was at Jules Holland with Robert
Jules
Plant.
Holland, and you saw Robert Plant. Yeah,
yeah.
He was like standing near you or something at the time. Who's since been here, and what a great guy
he's
he
amazing,
is. Yeah.
So I fell in love with her through that, and T-Bone Burnett, some of the bluegrass stuff. Love Garth Brooks, Loretta Lynn, the Carter family. Love Johnny Cash. I've always known a Johnny Cash, you know, and June Carter is one of my idols. I love her. But lots of stuff, and then, you know, more modern country as well, like Lady Antebellum and stuff like that. And Dolly Parton's early stuff, she's so dark. Like her early stuff is super dark. Do you know what I mean? But lots of stuff.
She's a great writer too.
Yeah, she is. She wrote "I Will Always Love You" and Jolene in one afternoon. I love it when I hear her talk about that.
Not in the same afternoon.
The same afternoon.
Really?
The same afternoon.
Are you really? I never knew that.
I've heard her talk about it. The same afternoon. I Will Always Love You and Jolene, just in one sitting, you know, just knock it out.
It was a good afternoon.
Yeah, totally.
I'll have some of what she's having. That's remarkable. Do you feel a responsibility? You have a really avid fan base, you know, and all around the world now, and here in Canada and North America. Not that you've changed the sound of your as an artist very much here. You haven't done a 360 or something, but or a 180. What would be a different sound? 180, I guess. But 360 would be back to this sound. But do you think of the fans when you're writing songs, and do you think of an Adele sound?
No, not when I'm writing the songs. It's very personal when I'm writing my songs. I mean, there were a few times I kept kind of wondering if maybe I should be thinking, is this song, you know, radio friendly, you know, or like, is this gonna, you know, have the same impact on people's lives that my first album did? Sometimes I felt bad that I didn't feel, you know, wasn't asking myself those questions in the studio. But you know, my songs, it's, you know, I'm oblivious when I'm writing when I'm writing music.
Right.
And you know, people ask me, you know, because there's like the sophomore slump thing that everyone keeps talking about here, and
Well, it doesn't seem to be much of a slump.
but they keep saying it, and I just,
Right.
you know, if I thought about all those things, I don't think that I think my record would sound overthought and stuff like that, you know. So I don't no pressures or nothing. I was oblivious to it.
I heard you wrote "Don't You Remember Rolling in the Deep" and "I Will Always Love You" in one afternoon.
And I will always love you.
Yeah, yeah. I heard you wrote all of those in one afternoon.
I wrote "Rolling in the Deep" and "He Won't Go" in one afternoon, in one sitting.
See?
Yeah.
You've got
Yeah, but they're not quite Jolene and "I Will Always Love
I
You."
don't know. Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
You've got a really glamorous-looking wedding ring on your.
Oh, I've worn them on that finger for a long time. They're just very pretty.
You didn't get married or something.
No, I'm single.
Right. But it's very nice.
Thanks.
What's you just like it and you put it there.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about that. Well, it's a great pleasure to have you here again.
Thanks so much for having me
We get
again.
really excited when you're going to come back here, and I have to say, we just mentioned that you're going to come on, and people start freaking out because you really have a devoted and wondrously excited a fan base, and it keeps growing. So you're going to play another song for us.
Yes.
What are you going to play for us
Can be
now?
Someone Like You.